Hello students. Now in this video, I will demonstrate to you how to inscribe a regular octagon within a square. This is another method in which you can only construct or you can only obtain an octagon, right? You cannot use this method for any other. So please note that. So without delay, I'll go straight into the steps. Now, the first thing is that we must obtain a square. That is not a square. All right, so I was going to use a little shortcut there. However, I'll just go ahead and construct this square. All right, so the first thing we have to do is to obtain the square in which each side is 90 mm. Right, so that's the first thing we need to do. So we construct a square using a measurement of 90 mm. Now, what I'll do, I will not carry through the steps in constructing a square, right? I'll simply just draw a square, but when doing yours, ensure that you construct your square. All right, so I can do that because the software allows me to, use a fixed angle and measurement and so on. All right, so ensure that when you're doing yours, you follow the steps in how you construct a square. But that is by constructing a 90-degree angle and so on. Good. So now that we have the square, of course, it is very important that we label the square. Right, we label the square A, B, C, D. Good. Now this method is quite interesting. All right, you'll see how it looks. The next thing we do is draw in the diagonals of these squares. So from A to C and D to B. All right, that is what we need to do next. We just draw in those two lines. Good. Now, after we completed that, then we use the pair of compasses. We go from each corner. So we'll start with B first. Right? Each vertex or vertice, we go and we open from those vertices to the center. That is where the two lines intersect. Now, while you're there, we draw an arc. That arc would go from the side. I think there's a little space there. So we just need to open this a little bit more. Yes. So we touch the line and we touch the BC line, then we touch the AB line. If you go past, nothing is wrong. Then you go to C. Right, you go to C, and with the same measurement, you draw another arc that will touch CD and CB. All right, and you continue doing that from D. Right, the measurement should be the same. It should work the same way. providing that you constructed the square accurately, right? You should be using the same measurement, and you do that from A also. Right, from A, you draw a line to touch again. Good, so we have something looking quite flowery. Now, I don't know if you can see the octagon, but I certainly can. And I'll just bring that to light now, and then you would see exactly where the octagon is. All right, so I'll draw lines to show you the octagon. So starting from that point, I'll draw this line here. Then I'll brighten this BC line. Then I'll continue from there. All right, and then I'll just keep going around. And that will give me the octagon. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides within that octagon. All right, so that is how we inscribe an octagon within a square. Now, in terms of line work, the sides of the octagon must be done using thick lines, right, or visible outlines as we call them, and all the other lines must be thin or construction lines, right, very thin lines. So just ensure you practice that when you work it. All right, so this is how this particular construction is done. There isn't any variation to this, so you just follow this particular method. And again, we can only construct an octagon using this method. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope that it would help you in your task. And I'll see you again in the other videos. Goodbye.